Today, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about La Quinta, California. Whether you're thinking about visiting here or you're thinking about moving here to the city, we're going to go over all the major landmarks in the city. We're going to go over restaurants, housing developments, just everything you need to know. This video is going to be super awesome, and I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, but I'm an insider living here full time. My name's Tommy Jordan, and I'm your Palm Springs area real estate agent. The first thing you need to know is here's La Quinta, California, okay? It's in between Indio right here, and then if you look sort of to the north, you have Palm Desert, Bermuda Dunes right in this area, and then over here to the west, you have Indian Wells. So La Quinta to Palm Springs, and specifically the airport, that's a common question I get. It could be 30 minutes to drive time, or maybe even 40 minutes if you're out further in La Quinta. But I would say, generally speaking, about 30 minutes to get to Palm Springs to La Quinta. And that's a big thing a lot of people want to know. But mind you, it's not like the kind of driving where it's like 30 minutes in traffic. Okay, we virtually have zero traffic compared to a big city like Los Angeles. It's just a lot of miles in between the two cities. So let's start looking at this map, okay? So you could see La Quinta from this little red dotted outline here on Google Maps. Do you see that right there? Okay, that shows us the borders of the city. So let's zoom in a little to the northern side of La Quinta. So starting in La Quinta, a good way to explore La Quinta just right off the bat is taking Highway 111, okay? This is the major road that goes through the entire valley, by the way. So if you ever want to see the desert pretty quickly and go through all the major cities, take Highway 111. That's a great way. So right here at Highway 111, something you should know is this is where all the big box stores are. So whether you're moving here and you need local grocery stores, or you're visiting and you want to, go shopping, okay, because he doesn't like to shop. This is where we have Lowe's, Target, Best Buy, Home Depot. You could see sort of all the different things on the map. And then if you look in closer, you actually have a movie theater over here. This is like our big local movie theater, Century. La Quinta, you have an In-N-Out burger. So if you're not from California, you got to go to In-N-Out. And then a Trader Joe's, that's a local favorite, okay? So these are sort of the big stores, not really ma and pa kind of places to go, but hey, you got to go to them. A cool restaurant, I think you should check out is the Cliff House, La Quinta Cliff House. Nicer restaurant, a little pricier, but they have a sunset dinner. This feels so funny telling you this stuff, but people want to know this stuff. I just love talking about it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for weekly videos. La Quinta Cliff House is more of a fine dining kind of atmosphere, but go before 5 and inquire about their sunset dinner. It's pretty phenomenal, I would say. Another good thing, if you're living in La Quinta or visiting or staying in La Quinta, just know if you're looking for all the major shopping and dining outside of this area in La Quinta, because these are more like, I don't want to say the boring stores, but Sprouts, Home Depot, you're in and out of these stores, right? The fun shopping is maybe 15 minutes away. You take Highway 111, go through Indian Wells. That's a beautiful little city right here by the mountains. And then Palm Desert, boom. So if you drive from, let's say, over here in La Quinta, it might be a 10-minute drive, and you have El Paseo. So all the shopping and dining, actually, my office is right over here on El Paseo. It's a good place to be. So you have Tommy Bahama. You have like a Saks Fifth Avenue, Apple store, everything you need to know. We're not going to go into that today. If you want me to make a video about Palm Desert like this, let me know, because I have a lot of people who like these map style videos, because it could be overwhelming going to a city, moving or even visiting, and you're like, it's just like, where do I even begin? So let's talk a little bit about main streets, just so I could sort of help you navigate the area, okay? This freeway right here, the 10 freeways, which you'll be taking if you're driving from, say, Arizona or just Los Angeles, San Diego. Actually, San Diego, you could go through this pass right here, 74. But generally speaking, 10 freeways, the major freeway, okay? So if I zoom in, you have Washington Street. You can see right here from the 10, Washington Street is a major road, and that takes you, north to south all the way through La Quinta. Do you see this? This is Washington Street right here, okay? And then you go into the avenues, Avenue 48, 52. You have all the avenues going from, west to east right here, east to west, however you want to look at it, going across sort of like a grid. And then another major street is Jefferson Street. So Jefferson Street and Washington Street sort of hug both sides of La Quinta. Jefferson takes you on the back end, going through here, and Washington over here. Something for you to know. So if we zoom in, something notable like a landmark, if you're visiting or if you're even moving here in La Quinta, you should check out is the Cafe at Shields. Shields Date Gardens is a really cool place to check out. It's the home of the famous date shake. Dates, grow on palm trees. If you don't know, get the Medjool dates, Medjool, I think. Don't correct my, well, you can correct my spelling. My wife does all the time, but don't hold me to it. But I think it's like Medjool dates. Those are amazing. Okay. Pretty good reviews. Okay. So I would check out the Cafe at Shields. They have a restaurant you could eat at. They have a little store that you could buy dates at. And then I think they actually have like a coffee shop now, which is cool. Now, a little cool thing you should always also check out is right here across from Shields is the Valley Meat Market. Now, they have a really good carniceria. Okay, that's where you can get like carne asada and stuff. You might have to, practice habla español, to be able to order. But I love this meat market here. My father-in-law is like fluent in Spanish, so I go with him and he gets us the carnitas, carne asada, whatever you need from this Valley Meat Market. That's just it's kind of local thing. And I've heard Tacos Gonzalez is good. I've never been there, but I heard it's a good spot. Who doesn't love hole in the walls, right? And that's why I want to bring you this local perspective. So now let's just talk a little bit about housing, okay? So La Quinta is a mix of, say, country clubs and golf courses and just non-gated developments as well. So it has something for everyone. So if you look in more north La Quinta, okay, I'm going to just zoom out so you can see right here. Okay, all these areas right here are pretty much non-gated. Now, not all of them, but the majority of them are non-gated areas. So, these homes are probably going to be, under $1 million, somewhere like that, versus some of the country clubs like Rancho La Quinta, right down here, you're going 2-3+ million. So there are nice non-gated areas right off Fred Waring and Miles, this little pocket right here. But remember, Indio's just right here, so it could get confusing. You're like, am I in Indio and am I in La Quinta? So this just little area is La Quinta. I see Dutch Bros right here. If you're ever on Jefferson, and if you're from Oregon, I think that's where they started, Dutch Brothers. But man, that's a really good coffee shop right off of Jefferson. See, this video is perfect for me because I'm so ADD, so I could just show you all the things on the map, okay? So next, let's go further into La Quinta. So if you're looking, by the way, real quick before we go further into La Quinta, the famous Indian Wells tennis tournament is literally right here. Do you see this on the map where my arrow is? That is the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Beautiful, okay? It's just right here, just in between sort of Palm Desert, Indian Wells, and La Quinta. It's sort of like they all meet up right here on this corner, okay? La Quinta has actually changed a lot. I grew up my whole entire life coming down to the desert. Obviously, I live here now full-time, but my family actually used to have a ranch, a pretty big ranch. I think Augustine Casino, my family actually, we sold the land from the ranch when we sold it to Augustine. So I think it's like actually right out here. But the desert's changed a lot where there's so many cool things, so I've sort of seen the city grow. But Indian Wells Tennis Tournament is just one of those things. People come from around the world, and if you live here, you have that right in your backyard, which is sort of incredible, okay? And there's lots of good hotels, by the way, all the Renaissance, Hyatt Regency, those are in Indian Wells, but notable hotels, so I thought I should point it out to you. Let's look further into La Quinta, okay? So going down here, right down Washington Street, like I said, that's a major street. You have lots of little neighborhoods, okay? So you have like Lake La Quinta right here, which is pretty cool. It's a pretty big lake with all these like condo townhomes on a lake. That's something you should check out. Rancho La Quinta is a huge country club right here. I think like over 1,000 homes. I've sold a home in here. So my one client, if you're watching, thank you for watching and using me. And by the way, if you're ever looking to move out here, this is perfect time to plug this. I would love to help you. I'm literally helping people buy investment properties, relocate here, retire here, second homes, whatever you need. I would love to help you. My contact information's below. So looking down more back to the show, back to our broadcast, okay? right around here is just lots of neighborhoods, lots of gated neighborhoods. It sort of helps if I zoom out. La Quinta Resort is owned now by the Hilton. I thought it was the Waldorf. Okay, it's by the Hilton, it looks like. They've sold that a few times. La Quinta Resort's beautiful. That's been here, I think, since like the 20s or 30s. They actually filmed one of the Bachelor series here. Okay, I don't watch it. I really don't. But I just, I'd see all the trucks and stuff coming here. Okay, it was during COVID. They locked down and gave out the roses here at La Quinta Resort. So that's pretty cool, the La Quinta Resort. That's been there since the 20s. All the old time Hollywood actors would actually come here and sort of get away and come to the La Quinta Resort. But it is a little pricey, just, for your information. I mean, $1,000 a night. That is pricey, okay? So going down more into La Quinta, if you're looking for probably the largest non-gated area in La Quinta, it's going to be right over here, okay? It's going to be the Cove. This area is called La Quinta Cove. And you could sort of see, right? Whenever you see these big patches of green land, those are golf courses, okay? La Quinta Cove, there must be over 2,000 homes, single family detached homes. That's a great place to look if you don't want any HOAs and you want to be close to everything. Another cool thing about being here in the Cove, or just being sort of more north or central to town, okay? Because once you go south in La Quinta, down this way, okay, by PGA West, it gets just further away from everything, which could be nice for some people and other people may not like it. I think it's pretty nice because it's very peaceful and relaxing. There's not a lot of traffic or cars. It's just sort of, you have, the mountains back here. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful, but the drive could get old sometimes, but it's just something for you to know. So if you live here, you have access to my favorite Old Town La Quinta. You can see right here. Old Town La Quinta is awesome, okay? If you're visiting or moving here, you got to go once in your life to Old Town La Quinta. Roadrunner, this is one of my favorite restaurants ever. Now, I hope you go and it's a good experience, because it's always funny to recommend things to people and they're like, actually, that restaurant was awful. What is this guy on YouTube talking about? But I like Roadrunner. It's, okay, decent pricing, not too expensive, not too cheap. It's just a fun place to go. If we zoom in, you have stuffed pizza bar and grill. Man, I'm getting hungry. You can see the reviews, like 1,500 reviews. That's an awesome place to check out. If I zoom in even, closer, Casa, look at my Spanish. I need to practicar. Man, my wife's going to cringe if she watches this video. That's a terrible accent. Casa Mendoza, look, I can't say it, is a really good Mexican restaurant. Feels very authentic. I love it when Mexican restaurants they feel just real, So this one's like less Americanized, So Mendoza, that's a good place to check out. La Quinta Bakery in Panaderia. Look at me. Oh man, I'm butchering things on this video. That's a really good. They got the pan dulces there. Okay, see, I know what I'm talking about. Enzo's Bistro Bar and Grill. That's a great Italian restaurant. So guys, lots of restaurants just right in this area for you and your family to enjoy. Now, if we zoom out, something else we should just talk about. There's a lot of high-end country clubs here in La Quinta, okay? And I mean like high-end. So the Tradition Golf Club, homes in here probably now go $8-9 million, maybe averaging $3-4 million. It's one of the prettiest country clubs just right up here against these mountains. If that's in your budget, you should definitely check it out. Arnold Palmer actually designed this golf course, and he actually has a home, or his family has a home here in the Tradition. When you drive in, you could actually ask them. I've shown buyers around here, and you get like a little fancy tour, and they'll tell you a lot of cool information about Arnold Palmer. So the Rancho La Quinta Golf Club, like I said, this is $1 mil, $2 mil, around there. Huge club, higher end. Same thing with the Citrus. That's another great club. Lots of single family detached homes there, probably now starting at $1 million plus. Silver Rock Resort. Okay, this is another great hotel we have, in La Quinta. This is closer, by the way, Two, for example, if you're watching for this weekend, we have American Express PGA West big golf tournament. This would be a good resort to stay at if you want to be close by that golf tournament down there in PGA West. But man, across the street, Mountain View, another great golf club. I mean, do you see how many golf courses here in La Quinta? But like I said, don't be discouraged because there's also non-gated community as well. Non-gated communities, and I actually missed a big one here in North La Quinta across from Target, Point Happy area. There's some non-gated homes there too. So man, in Laguna de la Paz, that's this little one off Eisenhower, Washington Street. Really cool townhomes, condos, just a good vibe. And I love communities with a good vibe, don't you? See, I love my job. I love what I do. It's fun. So now we're going to zoom out and go more to South La Quinta. Now, I covered like a lot of the big landmarks, and obviously I probably missed something. So, forgive me. So if you're out this way here in like the southern parts of La Quinta, something you should know is there is a major grocery store out here, and it's important because they didn't always used to have it. And it's actually right here. It's this Ralph's, okay? Avenue 50 in Jefferson, there's a Ralph's. So, hey, if you need a grocery store and a CVS, and they're actually building a new shopping center over here, and there's some good little restaurants. Mario's, that's a classic here in the desert. You got to go to Mario's once in your life, Italian food. The Vintage Coffee House, that's been there forever. And Heirloom Craft Kitchen in Two Madres, both good restaurants owned by the same owner. Great place to go. So now let's zoom out, okay? Because this is something important I want to tell you. This part of La Quinta is very close to a famous music festival you might know, Coachella Music Festival and Stagecoach, okay? So if you're staying in the area, just so you know, Avenue 50 or Avenue 52, that's how you get to Empire Polo Club. Yeah, baby. Lots of fun stuff. You could see already Coachella Music Festival. So during the year they have, well, not during the year, during the seasons, the season, this is when all the real ballers come out with their ponies and horses, and it's pretty cool just to see the polo players play on the polo fields. And now they've been having more events, all year long with like they had like a drive-through Christmas kind of thing with lights. So if you're visiting, just know this is Coachella land right over here, and it's actually in Indio, because they call Indio the city of the festivals, something like that. But I wanted to give it an honorable mention because, you're probably going to want to know where that's at. So that's right over here, okay? Let's go back into La Quinta. Some of the remaining neighborhoods you should know are Hideaway. That's right here, okay? That's real baller. Probably 2, 3, 4 million, 5, even up in there. That's a very high-end club. So Hideaway and Madison, they're adjacent from each other. These two big country clubs. They're actually, and this should be green right here. I don't know why it's not, but it should be green. We could look at the map. I'm going to show you the map the other way so you can see the city streets because I want this to be helpful to you. And if it's helpful, please like and subscribe. It helps. The Madison right here, okay? In Hideaway, hey, even if this isn't in your price range, it's interesting to know. The Discovery Company owns both of these massive developments, and these are two of the highest end country clubs in the Valley. Madison Club, that's probably one of the, if not the highest, one of the highest country clubs. Highest like home prices, price per square foot, just high-end memberships, all of it, okay? There's homes here. There's a home that sold, I think, for over 20 million just in the last year. A lot of notable celebrities. Ed Milet, he's a big one. The Kardashians, of course. Just a lot of people. If you don't like the Kardashians, the Madison Club is still a great place. So, that's something you could check out if that's in your budget. And then going south here, okay? This is really what I like to call just like Disneyland for golfers, PGA West, okay? Just great community because when you look at PGA West, there's thousands of homes. And what I like about it, you could find condos, you could find 2-story condos, you could find single-family detached homes, you could find something sort of for everyone in PGA West. And they have a new community that I actually have a video on my channel, PGA West Signature. Make sure you watch that. And also make sure you watch my PGA West community tour if, you're interested in learning more about PGA West, and also just watch all my La Quinta videos while you're at it, okay? So what you should know about PGA West, if you just want to check it out, okay? Yes, this is the private clubhouse right sort of at the heart of PGA West. These right here are all different communities. Driving in on PGA Boulevard, the entrance is sort of right over here on Avenue 54 in Jefferson. It ends and it goes to PGA Boulevard. And this is all gated. These are all gated communities, okay? But if you just want to check it out and see the golf course and stuff, you should go to Ernie's. My dad loves this place. Shout out mom and dad. My dad lives here and has like all his business meetings here. Ernie's Bar and Grill, okay? You should check it out. Just a good little spot, good food. It's really pretty right here. It says like PGA West, and I think not the putting green, but the driving range is sort of right over here from the little Ernie's Bar and Grill. So they have a, what do you call it? A golf academy. Like you could buy tennis clubs and all of that. Sorry, I'm not a big golfer. You think I would be, but you know, I enjoy it. Okay, I enjoy just riding on the golf cart. So here we go. That's PJ West, and Madison Street over here. Okay, is another sort of big street that takes you through the desert or through La Quinta, but not so much all the way through La Quinta because you're more border Indio. But if you zoom in down here, you just have more country clubs, okay? And something you should keep in mind if you're looking for new construction homes in La Quinta, at the Quarry, another honorable mention right here by Lake Cohia. This is a massive, just very high-end community. But over here, you have Beezer. Beezer Homes has a new construction community you should definitely check out. I did a video here on my channel. And then all over here by Coral Mountain, sorry. I might be talking fast, but I want this to be informative and quick for you. There's lots of just new construction homes all over here. And then even here, if you go out past Andalusia, this is a big country club down right here, and wow, it's not even on the map, but this is another high-end club. Like I said, lots of high-end clubs. You have lots of new communities, new construction communities over here on Monroe. And lastly, Trilogy La Quinta. This is one of the largest 55 plus communities. You have another one, Sun City, but that's in Palm Desert, but it's beautiful. But just keep in mind, guys, from Trilogy over here to the big box stores in La Quinta might be a 30-minute drive. But hey, the further you get away, just if you're thinking about home prices, really the further out you get into La Quinta, you know, out here in the southern parts of town, it's going to be more affordable price per square foot. And they're starting to really develop out here. Something for you to keep in mind, as well as Silver Rock Resort. The Montage, okay, they have a sister company, I guess you would call it, the Pendry. The Pendrys are really cool 5-star hotels. They have them in San Diego, LA. My wife and I stayed at the one in LA. Really beautiful, modern, sort of like new luxury vibes. Very cool. And the reason I'm telling you about this is they are building private residences here, and I think a hotel as well. And just homeowners here in La Quinta, property values are just going to keep going up from just all the new development, all the new construction going on. La Quinta is just growing and growing every single day. Like I said before, if you're thinking about moving out here, I would love to help you. Please reach out to me below. Don't be shy. People all the time from YouTube reach out to me, so it's not weird. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I really hope this video helped you with your visit or your move. Have a great day.